no matter what you believe, whether this is a balloon, an alien, a plane, or a bird.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are...
We're done with the cover-up. FBI has UFOs hidden from us. UFOs have been reported and witnessed by countless people throughout history and across cultures. But what are they? Where did they come from? And more importantly, why did the government hide them from us? That's right. According to a former intelligence official who worked for the US Department of Defense, the US government has possession of intact and partially intact alien vehicles that are non-human origin. This is a huge revelation that could change everything we know about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. Now buckle up, because we're about to explore some shocking and revealing claims. So let's get started. The whistleblower who made this shocking claim is David Grush, who led the analysis of unexplained aerial phenomena, UAP, within a US Department of Defense agency. He recently gave an interview to The Debrief, a website that covers science, technology, and defense news. In the interview, he said that he had direct knowledge of the US government and defense contractors recovering fragments of non-human crafts, and in some cases, entire crafts, for decades. He mentioned that they weren't discussing ordinary origins or identities. The material involves intact and partially intact vehicles. He also indicated that analysis concluded this material had an exotic origin, indicated non-human intelligence, whether extraterrestrial or from an unknown source. He derived this evaluation from the vehicle's shapes, material science testing, and the presence of distinct atomic arrangements and radiological signs. Rush also said that he had turned over classified information about these vehicles to Congress, but he suffered a retaliation from government officials for doing so. He left the government in April 2023 after a 14-year career in US intelligence. His account was confirmed by another US intelligence official named Jonathan Gray, who works at the National Air and Space Intelligence Center. He told The Debrief that they were not alone. He also said that he had seen exotic materials that had been related to UAPs. This is not the first time that someone claims that the US government has alien technology in its possession. You may remember the famous case of Bob Lazar, who claimed that he worked on a reverse engineering alien spacecraft at a secret facility near Area 51 in Nevada back in the late 1980s. He said that he saw 9 different types of UFOs there and that they used a mysterious element called Element 115 as their power source. Lazar's story has been controversial and disputed by many skeptics, but he has also gained many supporters who believe him. He recently appeared on a podcast where he reiterated his claims and said that he was raided by the FBI back in 2019. But why would the US government hide this information from the public? What are they afraid of? Well, first of all, they don't want to cause panic or social unrest among people. This is a common argument that is often used to justify the government's silence on UFOs. The idea is that if the public knew that we were not alone in the universe and that there are other beings who are more advanced and powerful than us, they would lose their sense of security, identity, and purpose. They would also question the authority and legitimacy of the government and demand more transparency and accountability. This could lead to social chaos, mass hysteria, riots, or even revolutions. Some people may also resort to extreme actions such as suicide, violence, or cults. The government might fear that it may not be able to handle such a situation and that it would lose its control and influence over the people. Secondly, they don't want to reveal their military capabilities or vulnerabilities to their enemies. The idea is that if the public knew that the government has access to alien technology or that it is engaged in covert operations involving UFOs, then it would expose its military secrets and strategies to its adversaries. This could compromise its national security and defense and give its enemies an advantage in warfare or espionage. The government may also fear that its enemies would try to obtain or replicate the alien technology or interfere with its UFO-related activities. The government might want to keep its edge and superiority in the global arena. Moreover, the government doesn't want to admit that they don't have all the answers or control over all this phenomena. If the public knew that the government is unable to explain or predict the behavior of UFOs, or that it is powerless to stop them from entering or leaving the airspace, then it would undermine its credibility and confidence. The government may also feel embarrassed or ashamed that it has been lying or hiding the truth for so long, and that it has been violating the rights and privacy of citizens who have witnessed or experienced UFO encounters. The government may also want to avoid accountability and responsibility for its actions or inactions. Also, they don't want to challenge the established religious or scientific paradigms. If the public knew that there are other forms of life and intelligence in this universe, or that there are other dimensions or realities beyond our perception, it would challenge the existing beliefs and worldviews of many people. This could cause a crisis of faith or a loss of trust in science for some people, or a radical change of perspective or behavior for others. This would disrupt the social order and harmony, or create conflicts and divisions among different groups of people. Another reason is that they don't want to share their technological advances or discoveries with other countries or corporations. If anyone knew that the government has been studying and reverse engineering alien technology, or that it has made breakthroughs in fields such as energy, propulsion, communication, medicine, or nanotechnology, it would attract the interest and competition of other countries or corporations who would want to benefit from these innovations. This would jeopardize the government's economic and political interests, or create new threats and challenges for its security and stability. Lastly, they don't want to acknowledge the existence of other intelligent beings who may have different agendas or intentions than us. If people knew that there are other civilizations or cultures in the cosmos, or that they have been visiting or contacting us for various reasons, it would raise many questions and concerns about their motives and goals. The government may not know what these beings want from us, or how they view us as a species. The government may also not trust these beings, or fear that they pose a danger or a threat to our survival or sovereignty. Well, whatever the reason is, it seems clear that there's a cover-up going on, and that we're not being told the whole truth about UFOs and aliens. But this cover-up may not last forever. There is a growing demand for transparency and disclosure from the public, the media, and even some politicians. In fact, there's a bill in Congress right now. The bill is called Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Transparency Act of 2023. And it was introduced by Representative Tim Burchett, a Republican from Tennessee, who said, "We're done with the cover-up." He also said that the American people deserve answers about UFOs, whether it's weather balloons, little green men, or something else entirely. They need a full report on what their government knows. He also said that the truth is out there, and it's time to find out what it is. The bill would require the US government to release more information on UAPs, which is another term for UFOs, within 180 days. The bill would also create a permanent office within the Office of the Director of National Intelligence to coordinate and oversee the collection and analysis of UAP data and intelligence across the federal government. The bill has bipartisan support and has been referred to the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology. It isn't clear whether it will pass or not, but it shows that there's growing interest and pressure on this issue. This is a huge deal because it could expose some of the secrets and mysteries that have been hidden or ignored by the government for decades. In conclusion, the revelation of information about UFOs could change everything we know about our world and our place in the universe. The demand for disclosure and transparency from the public, the media, and some politicians stand as a testament to the curiosity and the courage of millions of people who seek the truth. This fascinating event compels us to question our government's actions and motives, and to seek evidence and logic in our claims. That's it for today's video. We'll meet you in the next one. And until then, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.